Guys, this is so much fun. I made my own Disc Golf Valley disc golf course. I'm going to go into custom courses here. It's here under my courses. It's called Unique Lines. You can find it if you want to play under popular. It's on the second page right now. It is called Unique Lines. The best score on this so far is -11. Honestly, it's a bunch of tough lines, so good luck beating that score. I'm going to show you through my design and the lines that I had in mind as I was making this course. Hole 1 is very intentionally designed with 3 different routes to the basket. You can go a backhand water skipper on the right side, a forehand or a lefty water skipper on the left side. But in a one wind, the best way to get close to the basket is going to be something flippy right up the gut here. You can see the risk increases as you get more aggressive going in here. I got too aggressive, got a little bit of a risk. Now I'm going to end up with the birdie because I ended up further away going OB and need to make the throw it up to the top here. Hole 2 is an interesting one. 2 different lines to the basket. You can go around the left side, kind of going for a water skip or kind of just missing the water skip altogether is the better play, I think. If you're going around the right side, going around the left side, you got to get over this berm, but that berm is going to filter you right into the water if you're coming with too much speed. Let's try and get some height up here. Lose some speed from this disc and not losing enough speed. We're going to be in the water and taking a par here. Probably the safer way around that would be with a sticky distance driver or a tight line around the right side. This hole actually initially designed to think you had to go wide left or right past the basket, but I couldn't block off this over the top route enough. And I think this over the top route is now the best way at this. Just get over everything, get back by the basket, and make sure you give it enough distance. And we should be right by the basket here. There we go. 60 feet. A good way to get this birdie. Nobody has ever aced this hole before, or at least never told me that they've aced it before. So good luck getting that. You're just going to need some lucky rock and tree kicks to get down there. Hole 4 is rough in this wind. That river is intentionally placed right around the range of where a glide drive lands with a one wind. This headwind, I think, will help. I'm going to try to skip over the river. Get down just in time. Skipping over the river. And this is a par 4, so you have some room to work. Now, a long throw up this hill. It's going to be tough with the headwind. See if we can get the paradigm close enough. Paradigm, because I want to stay extra straight here. I think this is going to be close enough to have at least a look at the birdie. We'll see if we can capitalize on it. I'm going to go backhand on this. 102 feet raised up is about 120. And that 3 wind has me throwing this about 90 power. Oh, just off to the left side. So we're taking par again. I like that this course isn't very easy to score well on initially. It's going to take some figuring out the lines. And once you figure out the lines, you have a better chance at it. Here's your first ace run opportunity. We need to get a forehand line at this. And that water skip sapphire is falling really short. Probably a glide sapphire is going to be the best chance to get there. You need to be somewhat close on this line, but you don't need to be exactly there to be safe. That's your first ace opportunity. Here's one designed after one of the college disc golf championships I saw. It was a forehand hole in that college one. We had to get along the forest and then cut into the forest right to the basket. This wind is certainly going to make it really tough to get in here. See if we can get in to have a look. We're going to be on the outside, so further out here. It doesn't mean birdie is out of play, but it's going to make it much tougher to get a little bit over this berm and try to drop something in. Nope, not quite there, and par again. Very wind dependent how this hole plays. I imagine if this can someday make it to events or multiplayer, it's going to be much more fun to do because in a tough wind, that birdie is not going to feel, or that par is not going to feel like you just missed out on something. It's going to feel like you're just getting what's expected, elite par in that wind, if you will. This hole is a fun design, one I've thought about for a while. You can try to ace run at this, which is very risky, or the play that I designed it for is taking your sticky driver over the top going past the basket, and then coming back at it for the throw in. 150 feet. So it's kind of far back here. It's not an easy throw in, not a gimme. And that's kind of the design of it. The safer you are going off the tee, the more difficult your birdie attempt is. There we go. Able to get the birdie on the long one. Definitely some people are showing some lines at this, going direct at the basket, getting a water skip into it. This hole is one of my favorite hole designs. We need to get up the hill. So I'm going glide skip paradigm to get up the hill. Oh no, I'm going to hit the rocks. Oh, good little skip over the rocks. After you're up the hill, you need to chuck it off the cliff down here and get yourself close to the basket, which is going to get very close to the basket nicely. And we'll be here for a quick birdie. Hole 9, we are ending with an ace run again. Just across the canyons, taking inspiration from Sunshine Glade 4 here. I'm going to go with the river to try to get this one in. Right about here, I think. And I think this is about the power. Get that sway over to the left. There's a sway to the left. Go in. No, not quite in. But it's not out of play if you don't get there. One of the really fun things for me about making my course and having the course designer at your disposal, if you play through like this, you can get to a point where you're like, I wish there was one more tree there. Or like when I was playing hole 8, that felt too easy, tossing it off the ridge down to the basket. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go back into my courses, open up unique lines to edit it out. I am going to go to hole 8, which is the one I'm thinking about right now. And it was this pond we see here that I felt like wasn't close enough to the basket. So I'm going to hit the water tool, add some more water. I'm going to zoom this in so I can see a bit closer here. And a bit of water closer to the basket. Let's let that water fill in. We'll see how it looks on the left side. There we go. That looks like a more appropriate risk that I was looking for, bringing into play too that idea of having to throw past the basket in order to come back to it. And because it's the course creator, we have the opportunity now here. Let's test that change before I'm publishing it. I'm going to play. I don't like that wind. I feel like that wind's not going to give me a good chance to really test what this is supposed to look like. Oh, it's a little bit less headwind at least. Make that correction from my playthrough. Get up top, hopefully not falling off the left side. There we go, not falling off the left side. We have 269 to the basket. I know now that I have some danger early, so I have to add a little bit extra power to this to make sure I don't get the early danger. I like this a lot. Makes the hole a little bit more difficult. If you get up to the top, it's not the gimme birdie that it once was. But it's still a very gettable birdie if you're getting down to the basket. So that's my course I created. It's unique lines. If you want to give it a play, let me save that change here. If you want to give it a play, go into custom courses. Check out the popular courses. It's on page 2 right now of those. Unique lines. If you like playing, play it through. Give it that heart that helps me move up this popular courses list and get it discovered by more people. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. And as always, stay bogey free.